Are you going to record it, Mark or John? Okay. Okay. So when you log in the morning, let's say you have a group, or before you're preparing for a group, you want to set up a group, or you need to add a client to a group. Always open up your left-hand navigation bar. It's how you go everywhere that you go in your current version, version 7. We're going to go to group therapy. The way the group therapy module works is at the top is a list of all your groups. The plus sign next to it is how you edit. And by edit, I mean you want to close the group, you want to add users to the group, you want to link a program to the group, or you want to remove a client from a group. All those things happen in the plus sign. I generally tell people if you want to do something within a group, put the group in the box before you click the plus sign, and I'll show you why in a second. So I know I have some dummy groups in here, so I'll just use those so I don't affect any of yours. So I think I have a gyms. There's a gyms morning group. I have a bunch of clients in it. Now the red are just clients we cleaned out of the database, so they're still sitting here, but they're not active. And so I'm going to add some new people to this group. So if you pick the group first and then you click your plus sign, it'll color code that group. So it just makes it easier to go in and find the color coding of what you're looking for, right? So I can see here Jim was color coded blue for me. Just makes it a little bit easier. So now it's asking me on this screen, what do I want to do? On the right-hand side, this is everybody that's currently in the group. Okay? The right-hand side has an edit feature. So let's say I want to put more clients into the group. At the top of the group is a little button called Patient, which allows you to add anybody into the group. So I'm going to say, let's find all of our test patients with the last name. And I'm just going to go ahead and click a bunch of these so I have some clients in the group. These are just the people that I'm adding in. And I'm going to say add to my group roster. Okay? So now you'll see I added a whole bunch of people to the group roster. If I wanted to delete someone, let's say ATS is discharging, I know he's not going to be here today, you can remove him from the group list for today or forever. So now I'm going to hit the update button. So now I have a much bigger group I have today. This is the manual way to do it. So there is a way to link programs to it. I'll show you that next. Once you've updated your group, all you're going to do is work across the top. So what group am I doing today? What's the date of the group? And what time did I hold the group? And hit add. Now what I can do is I can take roll call. One checkbox means they're here. Two checkboxes means they're not here, and it's going to put them in a not present category. They're supposed to be here, but they're not. And I'll show you what happens with that in a second. So these 4 clients are all going to get a group note. These people are going to get a different type of group note that basically is a no-show. So I'll just check a couple more, like I'm completing roll call. And at the bottom right, you hit Save Attendance. Now it's saving it to know who to give a note to. When you're ready to start your notes, just click New Notes. It's right next to the Save Attendance button, and it'll open up your Group Note Manager. So I have 6 clients that all should be getting a group note, and I have 2 clients that are supposed to be here and are not. So for right now, we're just going to start with the top. Open up any client by clicking the eyeball next to their name, and it opens up the group therapy notes. The first thing I train everybody to do is always select the items that are common to everybody. So we're going to send all this stuff to everybody's notes. And the general things that go to everybody are start, stop time, procedure code, staff interventions, summary of the group topic. Those are things that everybody always sends to everybody in the group. You can pick and choose which ones you want to send to the group for any reason. That's not up to us. But the common things I always teach everybody, just check the boxes you want to send to everybody and get those done first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and put in a CPT code. So let's just say it's whatever. And you can click your CPT book, but I'm just picking it from the CPT code file. And then your diagnosis code. So you can pull it up and it'll pull a little checkbox of them for you. So we'll just say this client has this diagnosis. So the key for the group therapy, in order to appropriately complete and bill these, is you need something in both of the CPT and ICD-9 fields, or ICD-10 fields. Most important thing. The CPT goes to everybody. I'm just going to change it and pick one with group therapy. So I'll pick this group code, just because I wanted to say group for you. And then I'm going to do the individual stuff. So the only other one that goes to everybody is the staff intervention. So what tasks did we work on? Communicating, health, and talking openly. So this is going to go to everybody. This is going to go to everybody. CPT codes are going to go to everybody. And then whatever the summary is that you type up, we're going to send that to everybody. That has a checkbox. So if you wanted to individualize it, get this client's note done first, you can finish the rest. So I could say this client was active, they participated in group, let's do yes. Their behavior was, let's just say, quiet today. So I decided not to pick from here because I wanted to type something specific. Their affect was anxious, their appearance was disheveled, and then the client response here was their engagement in the group. It also links to the treatment plan. So I'm going to guess this client doesn't have a treatment plan, but if you just select the green button, it'll pull up all the goals and objectives. You can check the goal and objective, and it drops it into the client's response section. So it updates the treatment plan. When you're done, hit add. Okay? Now the first client is done. The next 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 clients all have 50% of their note done. All you have to do is click on each one and individualize. Open their treatment plan. They don't have one because these are test clients. Add. Open the next one. Individualize. Type if you want. Pick if you want. Open the treatment plan. Check your goal and objective you worked on. Free type any notes on top of that with the client response and hit add. The 2 clients at the bottom, their notes are a little bit different. It's just summary. They don't have all those boxes because they didn't participate. So all you would do here is patient was no-show, whatever you're going to type for your clients that aren't present. But it does attach a note to them. So you can see it in the client's chart that they were not present in a group. When you're done, hit save. Oh, need a location. We did this at 1010 Outpatient Clinic. Then we're going to hit our save button. It's going to create all these notes and send them to everybody's chart. So right now, everybody has a group note in their chart that was here today. Now what I'm going to do is decide, do I want to sign all of these? Do I only sign the ones that are checkbox? Do I also sign the clients that are not present? So really, that's up to you. I don't know if you're signing the not present ones or not. If you check them, it'll sign it. If you uncheck them, it won't sign it. So I'm going to say, let's bulk sign all these. Assigns my signature, and I'm going to say OK, and I'm done with my group. I can take my next group, pick my start time. Let's say it was an 11 o'clock group. Take roll call. I can't use these. These are just dummy patients. Save attendance. Do new notes. Open the first client. Specify what's going to everybody. individualized just for this client. Put in the client's response. See if they have a treatment plan by clicking the green button, no treatment plan. Hit add. First client's done, do the second client individually. Just the individual stuff. Pull their treatment plan, select the box of what you worked on. I forgot to put a summary of a group topic in, so I'm going to add that on the second patient and send it back to everybody else. I'm done with my notes. Hit the save button. Hit the location, 611. Bulk sign it. Hit OK. So today for this group, you just hit save just to be safe. When these groups are done, it will show you for each group what you did. So I did a Jim's group, morning group, and I did an after, and then I did a Jim's morning group, and I did a Jim's program group for residential. Now, if I ever want to go back and make sure everything's signed, there's a couple ways I can do it. You can just go back to the group and say, I want to see something that was done last week. You can change your view on this screen. So if it was a group from 3 weeks ago and I want to make sure I signed all my notes, I could go back and show me everything from August through today. I just don't want to see this week. I want to see the ever since I started doing this group. So that's these two fields in the middle are just to change how many groups you see in your default view. I'm guessing I've only done a couple. Yes, I only did one for this. If I go to Jim's program group, maybe I did a couple more. So this one I did 6 since 9/9. So in the last month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 of these groups. But if it defaults like it always does, it generally only defaults the last 5 days. So you wouldn't see all your groups. You'll only see everything for the last 5 days. Okay? To find these notes at the end of the day, I always say the easiest thing to do before you leave the office every day, open up your left-hand navigation bar because that's how we navigate anywhere in the system. We select My Encounters. We just have another group that's doing the same thing as you. And they went live today, and what they basically said was, and they're in Michigan, but what they basically said was the My Encounters is almost identical to version 7. So a lot of these options are very similar to how you do it today. It's just really the little things that we have to make sure you can do with like the group roster and where the drop downs that are in Premier, where are they in Cloud? That's the important thing. Because once you open it up, a lot of these views are the same functions and same layout of what you currently have. So for Henry, if I want to see all the notes that I did from today only, I could just put today. If I want to see everything I've done for the past week, I could say, show me everything from the last week. And if I want to see anything that was just signed or unsigned, let's say I want to see everything that I just haven't signed. So now for the last week, I'll see there's like 40 encounters here I didn't sign. Well, maybe I just forgot to sign them. You can bulk sign them right from here. So you could hit bulk sign your signature, and just sign off on all the encounters. So what I did was, assuming it's the end of the day, I forgot to sign 6 encounters or 1 group, I can come into My Encounters and just sign everything.